Once upon a time, there were two brothers, Max and John. Max was the oldest one. They lived in Colorado with their mother. Their parents got divorced a couple years ago. Since little ones, their brotherhood was spectacular. Max was always checking out and caring for his little brother. They were always together, even when they had a fight. Even though almost every day they had a fight, their mother lived happy and proud seeing her little two men caring about each other. Max was brave, responsible, and always tried to be smiling around his brother no matter how big his responsibilities were. His phrase to show security to John was, "I will always be here for you. Everything will be fine." John was more outgoing, a little crazy, but always behind his oldest brother's back. At the end, he never wanted to see Max angry at him. Their father usually visited them. After their father left home, Max took the head of the house. The divorce had a big impact in Max's life. He had to mature faster than more kids his age. At age 16, Max started to drive. He helped his mother with the house's responsibilities after school every day. He used to take his baby brother John to school every day and always pick them up at the same time after classes. Max becomes his mother's support at the house. He also helped her with house chores every week. All these scenes were an extraordinary example of teaching for John, who in occasions put his toys aside to help his big brother and his mother as well. Max was doing great at school. He had many friends. Everyone wanted to talk to him. In fact, he was so mature that even teachers got surprised when observing his behavior. Like any other adolescent, Max was addicted to technology. His room had all the latest technology available and every type of equipment. In his free time, all he could think about were his playthings and, more important, his cell phone. Because he had too many friends to communicate with, his phone became a type of addiction, like an inseparable toy. At certain moments, his mother talked to him, and his eyes could only see his phone screen. Max spent weekend nights watching videos or playing on his phone. The main point, he was obsessive with his phone. Max's mother often told him that this addiction would get him in trouble one day. It was Monday at 4 p.m. when Max was on his way to one of his friend's house with John next to him. Some friends were texting him and he was replying the text. At the same time, he was listening to music and going on Facebook or Instagram. John, after telling him many times, "Don't text and drive," got mad at him. But after sending a text, he had to brake hard because he almost hit the vehicle in front of him that was stationed on a stop sign. The shock was terrible. Both hearts pulsed fast. Looking at his brother was Max's first instinct. John was fine, but his look was like a face screaming, "I told you so." Max was ashamed and embarrassed. That day, everything was fine. One word was never told to the boy's mom. They promised each other to keep the incident like a secret. 1 or 2 weeks, Max was afraid that an accident would happen, so he kept his phone down while driving. But after a month, Max's addiction returned as it used to be. Again, his mother talked to him, and his brother tried to convince him. If Max would not change, something tragic could happen to him. One morning, after his father's visit, Max, John, and their mom were ready to spend the Sunday at Grandma's house. Max was driving, his mother was sitting next to him, and John in the back seat. After a third time, Max checked his phone. He passed through a stop sign, and the vehicle that was coming hit Max's vehicle. The impact was stronger than Max thought. He was bleeding, but awake. He started crying when he saw his mother bleeding as well, and maybe more than him. The one that he did not hear anything from was John. John was unconscious, and instantly the ambulance arrived at the scene. Max was shocked, and the culpability was consuming him. The three of them were taken to the hospital. Max and his mother were fine, even though the injuries were severe, but John was not awake. John did not wake up until 3 weeks later. Those 3 weeks, for Max, were the worst days of his life. He did not want to look at his phone anymore. Finally, John got better and better every day. Max has never texted again while driving, but he never forgot about the circumstances his brother and his mom went through because of his negligence. Please, guys, don't text and drive.